In this video, we'll be learning how to resize columns and rows. This is a pretty crucial skill in Google Sheets, as you often have text that kind of ends up overlapping. For example, here, I can't read what's in here. I can kind of guess that these are all months, but I can't really tell what year this is, or here. So there's a few ways that you can resize both columns and rows. We'll start with columns. The most basic way is to just find the line down here and wait until your cursor changes, click, and then you can drag and you can make it this size. But the problem is you would have to sit and manually do this for each one. And then, you could get it slightly wrong. You can have this one this size, this one this size, and this one this size. And it just doesn't look good. So one of the simplest ways to do this is just to highlight the sections that you want to change, and then just find any of the lines within where you've highlighted, just double click. As soon as you double click, they're all going to change to the smallest possible size for every column in which you can see what's going on. So as you can see, this column is bigger because there are 3 words here. This column is this size because that fits January 2023, but the word September 2023 is longer, so this column is actually bigger than this column. Hope that makes sense. As you'll see here, this column is much bigger because there's much more revenue from advertising earned in July 2023. This doesn't really look nice to me. I think this is a quick solution, but it's not very readable because we have a bunch of different sizes. So I think what the best thing to do is if I would, for months like this, I would click and then I would size them all to the size of the biggest one. So I'm clicking here. I'm just making sure that it is the biggest one, and I'll move it a little bit and move it back a little bit. So basically what I've done is everything is now sized to the same size as the biggest one. And I find this to be a much more readable solution to this problem, because now everything is the same size rather than them all being a bunch of different sizes. I find this to be quite difficult to read, whereas I find this to be much more readable because everything is the same size. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Exactly the same process applies for changing rows. You can just change them like this. So you can drag and you'll change that row. You could select multiple rows and you could change the size of all of them. You could select multiple rows and you could double click, and then they'll all be the same, the smallest possible size to be readable. So that's it. Very, very simple and quick tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It is the gentleman's agreement. I provided you with some free information here, and you can provide me with a quick subscribe or like. Cheers. Thank you.